Hi guys, it's Patrick from Wrestlingnerds. Just want to say welcome to the final episode of Corfu 2021. Like the road to Corfu, everything to do with Corfu. I've dragged this out for so long now. I've been trying to do this video for a couple of weeks now, but the thing is I keep watching it back and not enjoying it. So this is probably take 500. The reason being is that basically I was going to review prices, COVID rules, everything like that. But the thing, I'm going to start with the prices and kind of explain why I didn't really want to do a long ass video on it. Simple fact is, the videos that I have done over the past year, or like from last year, the prices are pretty much the same. There is slight increases, which if you go to the island quite a lot, you will notice. But when I say slight, it's only the slightest thing. Most restaurants are pretty much the same. The only restaurant that really did change was Calypso, but it was worth, for me, it was worth the money. I'm not one of these ones that I moan about what I spend when I'm on holiday. I take way too much money just to spend way too much money because I'm there to have a good time. But with the prices, it was generally like, I would have like said something in the vlogs if I was like, oh yeah, the prices have gone up. And I went back and I watched them and I didn't. And I kind of from memory and stuff like that, everything was like I said, for the past 3 years I've been going, everything is the same. Um, the only like increase really was beer in the bars, like the draft beer. It gone up like it was only 50 cents. So in our money, what it's like 30p, which in England you pay anyway. You roughly on average you pay more than £3 for a pint. You're roughly paying like £2.70 for a pint of Mythos or whatever the exchange rate is. So the thing is, it's like for me anyway, it wasn't. I was happy with it. I weren't really like gonna moan about it, and there's no reason to moan about it. I don't moan about the prices anyway, but there is people out there it generally don't. There's people that are stuck in the ways and they generally go on holiday with budgets, and it's kind of like why I felt kind of price thing has to be. The shops were pretty much the same. It's basically the shops are on average with English prices anyway. Like a loaf of bread is €1. Your cheese, ham packets and stuff like that. You're paying €2 for multiple packets of cheese and ham, and I. That's what I kind of lived off in the day, and I was spending like €5 a day on basically a feast for a single traveller. I was out there on my own, and for what I was getting a day, spending a day, it wasn't really much of a wasn't really much of a dent in the pocket. And the way that I spent my money, it wasn't really much. Like I am tight when it comes to money, but when I'm on holiday, I have that different expectation. The only rip-offy prices in Corfu are the airport, but as you know, you can take food into the airport, which is what I like about Corfu. So, there's not really much to really talk about with it. So going on to COVID, because I want to do this quickly and get this over and done with, because the last video dragged on. COVID, the rules I've spoke about many times. It's just wear your face mask. It's come back in England. If it's the case next year, just do it. Don't argue it. Don't get your little badge out and say, I'm exempt from a mask. There was rumours that the police asked for proof of that. I generally don't know if that is true, but, it's just, generally the thing is just be respectful. And how much I love Corfu or Sidari is my go-to place. I have it tattooed on my ankle, but yeah, Sidari being my go-to place, it is generally, like it's my home away from home, and when I go anywhere, you have to respect, locals, their rules, and and that's my mindset anyway. It's just, just be respectful. I know it's warm out when it has been warm out there, and you think, oh, I don't want to be wearing a mask in a shop. Just do it. It's 5 seconds of your day. You're saving a business from a massive fine. You're saving yourself from a massive fine. So the COVID stuff. Just be respectful. I never really had a problem with it. I always carried spare masks in my bag. I always had a mask in my bag, mask in my pocket, and a mask around my wrist. And that was just more in case I lost the one on my wrist. I had one in my pocket, and then if I lost the one in my pocket, I had one in my bag, so I always was prepared, and that was like the main like thing for me. It was just being prepared, just being cautious and being respectful. So that's it with the COVID stuff. The review on the holiday itself, I kind of let myself down. How nice it was to be out there, being out there for the past now 3 years. I've been in September, October time. It was just nice to be there. The weather was amazing for the first, obviously, couple of, the whole time I was there. It was just really the last night that the weather let us down. It was generally, like, kind of, it did try to start raining, but it wasn't anything bad or anything to write home about. Some of the times, but most of the day, it was like, Augusty weather. It was like 28, 30 degrees some days, and it was like, it was just nice. I generally don't like a lot of heat, but in the evenings it's nice and it's nice and chill. You had to wear a hoodie like this or something when you were going out in the evening, but it's you adapt to that when you learn. When you go out there yourself, if you're like me and you like going at that time of the year, you realise you know this stuff. Also with the holiday, I was just like kind of when I got that depression state and kind of thing. I think that kind of put all the plans that I had in motion to the back burner, maybe for next year's vlogs. What I'm kind of working on, like, slowly, it's more the fact is now I'm going to start investing in the channel, kind of getting proper equipment, microphone, maybe a microphone, camera. Also looking at doing for next year, maybe more Corfu-y, like, kind of plans. It's not plans, but kind of more Corfu content. General idea is that I did have an idea while I was out there and I was thinking about it. Is like, generally, if there's people who do Corfu vlogs, maybe kind of like, potentially do like a podcasty kind of thing on the channels, like basically just talk about experiences, talk about stories, maybe get you guys to tell you stories of why you love Greece and stuff like that. And general idea is just try and get a community of people that appreciate these islands, and just appreciate the island itself, appreciate Greece, and just talk about it, share our experience, try and get other people to come and fall in love with the place. But that's in the mind at the minute. It's in the back of the mind. I don't know how to work with that. I generally don't know who to reach out to, so if anyone's got any ideas for that, come forward. But itself, it was kind of like, obviously the depression thing kind of ruined it, but I still had an amazing time, and that's thanks to the locals. The people of Greece look after you. The people of Corfu take care of you very well. As a solo traveller, I always had someone to talk to. Like, simple fact is, I'll go to a restaurant, someone would take the time out of the day. Oh, are you coming in? How many years have you been coming here? And what you've been up to? And people that watch these videos spoke to me in the street. Some people didn't speak to me. Some people were like, I was walking down Smelly Bridge and someone went, "Oh, it's on YouTube." "Oh, is it? Yeah, we've been watching the videos." And I was like, like, doing whatever I was doing. But that was like the amazing thing, is to know that these videos get out to people. And, itself is that while I'm out there, I got to witness the kind of, how these people, well, not how these people, but how people do actually find stuff on YouTube, and it was amazing to learn that experience. So I'm going to sum this review up in a couple of minutes now, because I'm rambling on again. The holiday itself was relaxing. It was nice. I let myself down with a depression. Prices pretty much the same as it has been for the past 3 years. Only increase was the 50 cents on beer. COVID rules, just respect them, learn it. If it's going to be a thing, I reckon, now for the next couple of years. Obviously, with this new strain, we don't know what's going on for next year. There would generally be a video if I find anything out about update on new rules, because obviously everyone's got to have booster jabs, and I generally don't know if that's going to affect. Next year. I don't know if you're going to have the extra booster jab for me, because I found out, this is just like from people that I've spoken to. It's not me speculating. It's that people have said that, because I had the AstraZeneca. They're saying that is that you get a different sort of different sort of vaccine now, and it's making people, like, not ill, but it's like affecting people in a way. And like, for me, it's like, I will get it if I have to, but as it stands at the minute, I'm very nervous about getting the booster. But I rushed this year to get the booster because I wanted to go back to Greece. It was like, my mindset was like, I'm risking it. I will get that boost. I will get that, well, obviously the vaccine. I will do it because I want to go to Corfu, and I did it. And you saw that journey, and I really appreciate everyone for watching. I did that one, was that in Sheffield the other week. But I just appreciate everyone watching. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me on this journey. I honestly hope I will see any of you next year. if I'm out there. I generally don't know dates yet. I will do a video when it is decided, the decision. It's going to be the start of September till, between the start of September till like near enough the end, usual date, end of the season, and we'll just see where it goes. So, guys, I just want to thank you all for watching and taking the time out of joining me on this journey. It has been a long road, but we got there, and I've got to finish in the series. Once again, I just want to say it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've been Patrick. This has been Wrestling Nerds, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.